think this is good.
That's fine.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey y'all, it's Mojo Motion Podcast. I'm KB.
I'm Shelby, and we're back for another episode.
Literally, it's been a long week.
A long week, y'all. Like, we do so much throughout our week, and so it's nice to just decompress. We also got some hookah, guys.
Yes, because we at Exhale Miami.
Yes, we're at this new space, and it's beautiful. You guys definitely have to come check it out.
We're going to actually start hosting events here.
Yes.
So y'all, if y'all want to come hang with us, y'all tap in. Ooh, I got to update them.
What happened?
About the guy with the girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I got to update y'all. Yes, sis. Stand up. So the guy with the girlfriend, I dropped the pictures in the girlfriend's DM because I stopped talking to her. I stopped talking to him.
Guys, the girl cussed her out.
The girl cussed me out, but understood though. I understood where she was coming from, but I was like, sis, don't come for me. Come for your man.
Yeah.
I'm coming to you.
First things first, why did you decide to drop the pictures in her DM though?
I stopped talking to him.
Okay.
But then after a week, I was like, nah, she needs to know what's going on. Because this man was in my phone like, I'm going to be his wife. We going to move in together. All the bullshit, y'all. Telling me he loved me. All the BS.
Exactly.
How you love somebody in a month?
Exactly. Wait, he told you he loved you?
Yes, literally love bombing. Love bombing, sending me God quotes every day in my DM, y'all.
Yeah. So basically you knew it was bullshit.
Yeah, I knew it was bullshit when it started coming down to the very end where he was saying, oh, I'm going to break up with her. I'm going to break up with her. Okay, the end of the month came and I gave him his space. Did he break up with her?
No.
So I dropped the pictures in her DM.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
That situation was so funny, but I feel like it was a learning curve. And I feel like now we know moving forward. But at the same time, he was dumb.
Nah, I'm not going to lie. I'll never be in a situation like that again.
Yeah.
That was not it. Nah, it was not it. I don't even know what I was doing. Oh. But new roster came though.
New roster. I've been talking to a few new people. Yeah. Both of us have. And I feel like that's been better. One, they're single. One, they have better intentions.
Yes.
And they, So I think it's better.
And it's still pretty new, so we won't say too much.
Yeah.
But
it's giving better quality.
Yeah. So how was your week though?
My week was good. It's been like hectic in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I know your week has been tough too. Yes. Everything that's been going on with your grandma.
With my grandma. Yeah.
You got to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. My grandma has cancer. So she's literally fighting for her life in the hospital right now. So she's been just in and out the hospital. And it's been tough because literally 2 days ago, you were with me 2 days ago, we get a call. Her blood pressure dropped severely low. We all had to run to the hospital. So that was kind of scary. But thank God that my mom knows the nurse that's on her floor.
Yeah.
So she's watching over her and stuff like that.
I'm sorry about that.
Don't make me cry. We're not going to get emotional yet.
Do you want to take shots?
Yeah, we got to take a shot. So, y'all, we got bamboo rum. We don't drink rum, so...
At all. This is probably my first time having rum.
Me too.
Or
no, our second time. We got into a huge fight when we drank rum the first time.
I'm scared to have this because whenever we drink rum...
we get into it.
That's why we don't drink it.
Yeah, it's going to get messy. It's good.
Oh.
It's not bad.
It's okay.
It's strong though.
Yeah. All right.
It's strong.
Yeah.
It's strong.
But the vanilla taste is kind of good.
Yeah, it's settled it. So how do you know when it's time to end a relationship, sis?
When you don't feel those same feelings that you used to feel. That is so important. Like, if you don't feel the urge to have sex with them, if you don't feel the urge to talk to them anymore, and your intuition never lies. It tells you everything you need to know. So
yeah, a woman's body is always going to tell them when it's time to leave.
I'm telling you, like, it's going to tell you everything. What about you?
And that's exactly why I did not let him hit.
Exactly. I think the fact that you didn't let that happen, it speaks volumes about yourself.
I feel like a woman always knows when it's time to walk away. It's whether we're ready to walk away or not.
Yeah, I agree. Because when it comes to a point where it's like, I don't know, I feel like both parties always know when we're about to just let things...
like shift away.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel it in the energy and the vibes.
Exactly. Whew. What are some signs that a long-distance relationship is or isn't working?
So you want to go with is first?
Yeah.
A sign that a long-distance relationship is working, constant communication. You guys are both making the effort to go from his or her town or city, wherever you guys live. It just has to be a constant repetition of effort.
Exactly. And I was talking to someone that was long distance, and it was good. Like, we were texting every day. We were talking on the phone every day. But then there comes a day when you don't want to put the effort in to communicate anymore.
And that's when it gets hard.
And that's when it gets hard. And that's when you just stop talking. And it sucks because a lot of the people I connect with the most live outside of the city, you know?
Me too.
So,
and it's been tough for us because we're actually starting to talk to more Miami men. We got to let them know. We've been trying to stop the long distance vibes. But, you know, it's a step every day.
Yeah.
You actually just went on a date, actually. Do you want to talk about it?
I did just go on a date, guys. I've been trying to put myself out there more, and I've been trying to, like, date people. I tried to date somebody my age, and it's not for me. I like dating older.
He's like,
Yeah, don't say his age.
That's your question. Since you're dating, right?
Yeah.
How do you tell them that you're celibate?
So we haven't got that far yet. We haven't got that far yet.
Do you feel like that's something I should volunteer on the first date? On the first date?
Yeah.
The first date is crazy, though.
Don't make it waste time.
But it's not that we're celibate. I think we're just waiting for something more meaningful.
Yeah.
But you're celibate.
Yeah, we're celibate
look,
currently.
though,
It's been like what?
Shelby, you hit a year.
I did hit a year.
I wrote, they're ridiculous.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't think in a year. It's insane.
I'm at 10 months, guys. We ain't getting to a year. We're not getting there.
No, yeah, she's probably going to do it before she gets the year. But you know what, though? 10 months is still good.
Yeah.
And it's been hard doing a whole year, but I've learned a lot about myself, and I know that what I'm worth and what I want to, you know,
I agree.
be involved in. But at the same time, it's like, why the hell am I not having sex?
Wait, pause. So let's go back to his question. Would you volunteer this on a first date, though?
A first date, I don't feel like I need to volunteer at the first date.
I don't think that sex should be a topic on the first date.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel like second date, maybe third date.
When things start getting a bit more serious.
Yes, because you might not even see that person again.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
agree.
like,
So it's like, why do you need to know all that about me?
Yes, let's make sure that it's really what the vibe is.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
You're going on a first date soon. Are you going to tell him?
No.
Okay.
But see, the thing is, it all comes down to, it's not that we're waiting. It's the fact that we're waiting for, you know, something more meaningful.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some people wait till marriage. Some people wait until whatever the case is. I feel like for us, it's just more, we want something more, I won't say serious, but more long-term.
More long-term. I completely agree.
More serious.
Yeah.
More serious.
When you involve sex too early, I feel like things get clouded.
Yes.
And, you know, just wrong intentions.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
Yeah.
Things definitely get clouded.
I'm going to post it. I'm going to use that clip as the first clip just so that guy you're going to date can see.
Oh, my God.
He's stupid.
All right. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, so what do you do if your partner doesn't get along with your friends?
Oh, that's a deal breaker.
Deal breaker?
Yeah, girl. Every guy that talks to us knows what the fuck it is. You have to be cool with both of us.
Pause. So I wasn't cool with your first boyfriend, but you didn't break up with him. So what's up? I got her off guard.
Look.
I literally told you I didn't like him. And he did not like me.
I clearly was stigmatized. I clearly was not like...
How you was stigmatized, but y'all didn't even have sex yet, sis?
We did have sex.
Y'all didn't have sex yet.
Well,
you waited to have sex with him, but I told you off rip I didn't like him.
Okay.
And I was correct.
Okay. Yes, we were young in high school, though, guys. We were like 15, 16, and I was dumb and in love, clearly.
I just wanted to come for you.
Yeah, I know you wanted to come for me.
Did.
But I liked your boyfriend, so I can't talk.
Yeah.
We both had boyfriends at 16, and I fucked with her boyfriend.
He ended up being a cheater.
But he was just a cheater.
Yeah.
Mine, no one fucked with him.
But he was just, it's not that nobody fucked with him.
No,
he isolated himself.
Yeah. He was more of a loner.
Yeah.
Introvert. I'm more of an extrovert. So I feel like people saw that as like, why are you talking to somebody like that, you know?
So yeah. If our partner doesn't get along with our friend, first we're going to probably try to see why.
Yeah.
And then we're going to try to resolve it.
But in this very moment, we would not talk to somebody that each other doesn't like. That's just how it goes.
At first, if I actually really like him, though, I'm going to sit both of y'all down and be like, what is the issue?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
If it's not that serious, y'all going to have to get over this really quick.
Exactly. But the thing about it is everyone always likes us.
Yeah, they do.
Like, all of the guys you've ever dated always fuck with me.
Yeah, they be cool. They be cool.
All the guys that I've dated after that person.
They be cool
They
with
be
me.
cool,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
how do you think couples can continue to learn about each other over time?
Definitely trying. You know what we did? Even as friends, guys, and don't let this go over your head. You still have to work on friendships each and every day.
Yeah.
So we have these little cue cards. We just go get a game at Target.
Yes.
Let's Get Deep is actually a really good connecting game for relationships.
That one and After Hours.
After Hours, yes. Yeah. Reconnecting, always keeping things spicy, always going, probably on a trip. My parents actually just went on a trip like a couple weeks ago.
What trip?
They went to Orlando for that wedding, remember?
Oh.
They went to Orlando.
Yeah, and that was a good reconnecting.
Yes, they actually both came back and was like, we needed that. I told them, I said, you guys don't go on trips enough.
Yeah.
You guys have been together for 25 years.
Because you can live with somebody and start to not even know them anymore.
Yeah, and
That's
start
super
to not even want to be around them. You guys have to reconnect, make things spicy.
Make things sexy. And also, like, even me and her, we've been together... I mean, I said we've been friends 8 years coming up, right? And even I have to like, wait, do you even like this anymore? Like,
yeah, we gotta be present in the friendship and be like, do you even want to still continue to be friends?
Yeah, because it's easy to like fall into patterns, and it's easy to,
let life catch up to you.
Yeah, and not communicate anymore. So I agree. Yeah, this hookah got me feeling good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I like it. So, how much personal space is healthy in a relationship? That's what I want to know.
I think a good healthy space is dependent on what the relationship can handle. Because some relationships need that clinginess to feel,
adequate.
Exactly.
Right.
Adequate, to feel seen. Some relationships need more space than others.
Yeah.
Like, my dad has a girlfriend.
Right.
Not to call them out, but he requires a lot of space.
He does.
While she requires more time.
Your dad is a Capricorn,
exactly.
too.
So, I don't know. I want to say that it's good to have space, but at the same time, don't overdo it, because you will have the opposite sex being like,
what's going on?
What's going on? Why don't you want to spend all your time with me? So it just depends.
I think personal space could be just simple things as, okay, he's going to the gym. You let him have his time. You're going to yoga. You're doing your thing.
Exactly.
I think it just needs to be little things like that. I don't think if you're taking too much space from your partner, you don't really want to be with them. It doesn't even add up. Your dad does not want to be with her.
And it sucks, because I really do know they love each other.
They love each other, but I think it's nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
It's everything to do with him, and he just has to work on himself.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's just being real.
Yeah.
But do you think that you should see your partner once a day? Or you can go a couple days without seeing him?
It depends. How long have we been together? It's situational.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess 6 months, 8 months?
6 months. I mean, as busy as some people may tend to be, not every day, but I think you should at least make the effort of seeing your partner at least 3 to 4 times a day.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I said a day, a week, y'all.
A week, yeah.
3 to 4 times a week.
That's good. I agree. Okay. Can a relationship that was built on lust turn into love?
Ooh. It depends. Are you guys both making the effort for it to move into something more serious? If so, it's possible.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Because, like, even the date I just went on, right?
Right.
I feel like there was more sexual chemistry, more lust,
right,
than anything. There was no deep conversations.
Right.
There was no talking about anything relevant. So I can't build off that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't develop feelings, and I can't develop strong emotions towards that person, because all I felt was sexual chemistry. All I felt was the physical.
Yeah. So let's give an example. For example, if you have sex with a man the first night that you guys meet, because the vibe is so great, you guys meet at a bar, everything's going good. You go back home, you guys have sex, boom, that's lust, because you guys didn't even try to get to know each other.
Yeah.
So then, boom, you guys later find out, oh my God, I actually, not like, but is interested in getting to know that person.
Right.
I think that if you guys both put in the effort, it's possible for it to turn into love.
1,000%. It's not impossible at all.
It's not.
It's definitely possible. It's just a little work is going to have to be done because you guys started the physical early on. Yeah.
And in the man's aspect, obviously, we're going to actually start having male perspectives here sitting with us.
Yeah, we are going to add a male co-host to our podcast occasionally.
Yeah. Because for things like this, I do want a male to come in and be like, I mean, as a man, I'm not going to be focused on getting to know you because you already gave up the cookie.
And my imagination has already been...
I'm already to the next woman now. Exactly. Which is most men's case.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you feel like women also feel like that? If you have sex with a man too early, you're kind of off him?
You know what's crazy? Yes. My coworker actually said that. She's a Scorpio. She's a Scorpio woman. She know who she is.
I know who you're talking about.
And yeah, she literally is like, girl, as soon as I have sex with a man, I don't want anything else to do with him unless we're actually already serious and then we have sex. She's like, if I'm doing my thing and we fuck on the first night, I don't want to talk to you after anyways. Yeah. That's her mindset. So I
don't want you anyways.
Yeah, that's literally how she is. She's like, I don't want you anyways.
Yeah, so that's hilarious.
You know. So what are some common red flags that shouldn't be ignored in a relationship?
Let's see. I think, that's a good question. I got to think on that.
Some common red flags. I'd say if your man starts being secretive about certain things, like if you start being like, if you don't hear from him for a long period of time and he doesn't communicate and say, hey, babe, I'm going to be here or this is what's going on, I think that if it starts to become a pattern, that's a red flag because you don't know what that man is doing.
That
long period of time, if he's doing that shit for a week straight, something's going on.
Yeah.
And it hasn't communicated to you.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, I'm going to be in meetings. Hey, babe, there's a shoot. Whatever the case is.
And this is probably an unpopular opinion, but in the first, couple of months of dating, I also think the types of questions this man asks you is also something to look at.
I agree.
Because sometimes they could ask you questions like, what's your body count? Or,
the body count is crazy.
Or just toxic, insecure questions, I feel like are definitely a red flag. And I don't know any at the top of my head right now, but
no, I feel that. I feel
like that can be something that's alarming if you're asking certain things and we're not even at that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because it doesn't have to be a relationship, but just red flags in general that is just very common. Yes. I agree. Asking invasive questions too soon.
Best way to say it.
Yeah, I agree.
Too soon. And I think that, and also making broken promises too early.
Yes.
A lot of people will be in your DM or in our messages oh, we're going to go to Jamaica for our first date.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's come on.
It's unrealistic unless that man is rich.
Shit.
Unless he got a private jet.
Exactly. Well, so it's possible, but I'll say making broken promises when we've only been talking for a few weeks. I think
agree.
That's definitely a huge red flag.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah. What are some early signs of a toxic relationship?
Ooh. Well, I'd say, I don't want to keep talking about our high school relationships, but I'd say mine was pretty toxic. And an early stage of that is that we're fighting too much.
Yes.
We're fighting too much and it's getting resolved with sex and we're not actually talking about the issue.
Yeah.
That is an early sign
of a red flag. That was real for you to say that because y'all were so passionate. You guys argued so much and you guys fucked it out a lot.
Yes.
Not to be,
vulgar.
Yeah. But I feel like that was definitely y'all's toxic trait for real. And I would say, for me, someone who is a loner is a toxic sign in an early relationship. I didn't realize how much of a loner he was until I got with him. And I was like, damn.
Why do you think that's, causes to be toxic in the end?
Because we're not in alignment. Okay. And so we start arguing about,
him going out with you, him going to family events maybe.
Him not meeting my friends and my family. Right. And him enjoying doing certain things that I maybe, don't enjoy.
I agree that's correct because my older sister actually just got out of a relationship. I don't want to talk about her business too much, but her man would not come to family events, would not come to certain things, and everyone's wondering what's going on, and it ended up in a bad thing.
So she's at home
and it ended up toxic.
What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I would say that, and then we would have sex a lot as well. And I feel like the sex was very toxic. I remember getting a pillow on my head at one point.
Yeah, you talked about that before.
It was just weird. I don't know. Learning curve.
So what's the hardest thing you've ever had to forgive yourself for?
I had to forgive myself for not being able to be there for my mom the way I should have been. There's a lot of kids that, you know, when they lose their home, they'll give their life savings and all their hard-earned money, you know, from their little quick 9 to 5 in high school.
I don't think that's your responsibility, though.
I know.
As a kid,
you know,
I don't want you to blame that on you.
Exactly. You guys probably don't know what I'm saying, but when I was 17, I lost my house, and my mom kept asking me for money, and she was like, "Oh, like, can you help me?" And I was selfish. I was a 15-year-old kid who worked at Party City.
And you was with your man.
I was with my man, and, you know, I would sometimes give her money here and there, but I wasn't able to save the house, and I regret that every day of my life.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. What 15-year-old kid would be able to help save a home is what I'm... like, when you really talk about it and speak it out in real life, it's like, that does not even make sense. That's that's out of your hands. That's not even possible.
Yeah, I just felt bad.
You can be there for her emotionally, but you can't literally do something about that, and that's not your fault.
I know. I do think I harbor some of those feelings. Every single day I feel like I could have been a better daughter. I don't think that, like, you know, I think I attack myself a lot for that.
I think you growing and getting older and understanding real life more, you'll come to terms that was never your fault.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not like she blames me, but I blame myself. Yeah.
I know.
You know? Especially to see how it all turned out, you know? But what about you? Not to stay on that situation for too long.
I was going to say, I think the hardest thing that I've had to forgive myself for is letting men treat me below my worth. You know?
Dang.
You're funny. I feel like a lot of times when I was in college too, like, I wasn't really thinking about what I was doing. You know, you're 20, you're 21, you're just doing what you do, focused on school, really. So you're not really thinking about, oh, like, this person not doing this, you're just going with the flow. You're not really thinking about anything. And then you get the after effects, though. Yeah. So after everything ended, I come back and I'm like...
You've been left with trauma?
Yeah, left with trauma, just left with, like, constant thoughts of just negative thoughts about certain things, and it's just like, like, I will never let a man treat me like that ever again. Like, that just won't be that.
Do you feel like you felt about yourself?
I didn't feel but it was just like, okay, now I'm gonna take the time to seriously work on the things that I need to work on myself, and take some time for myself. You know,
no regrets though, or do you actually regret some of those interactions?
No regrets. Just wish certain things played out differently. Yeah. Wish I probably was more outspoken in some situations. I feel like deserved more verbalization from my end. Yeah. And it just wouldn't have went that way if I was more outspoken at the time. So that's
I agree. I do think that both of the things that we just said have played a part in a lot of our failed relationships.
Yeah, and who we are today.
Failed connections, You know, we started this podcast because we felt like we could, you know, tell people and have these deep conversations.
In a safe space.
Because there's a lot I feel like I need to get out. There's a lot that you need to get out. And I feel like we're doing better right now. Yeah. And I'm proud of you for, you know, coming out of those situations and, you know, being above all of it and working on yourself. So
I agree. I'm proud of both of us, honestly, for how far we've came. Yeah. Emotionally and in life in general. Because there used to be some tough times.
It was.
And we were there for each other the whole time.
And every single second of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were.
Exactly. So, and I didn't think I was going to say what I just said. And I feel like kind of crazy that I said that on this podcast. But I'm like...
Nah, because you're doing better now. So it doesn't even matter. You know, like, for you to say it now, it's like, you guys can't even say shit because it's like, you doing good now.
Guys, I've held that secret for so many years because, like, I didn't want anyone to know I was struggling.
I don't think it was a secret. It was just more privacy.
Yeah, but people ask me
what was going on.
Yeah, because obviously if you don't live in your childhood house and people pulling up on you all the time, she's not there anymore.
And then we all of a sudden started being together a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, there was so many different things that happened.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Is there a memory you wish you could forget?
Because of who I am today and the relationship I have with my father today, I wish I could forget all the, you know, the drunk experiences with him when he was an alcoholic. I wish I could forget all that. And sometimes I don't even think about it, but then sometimes I'm like, damn, like we lost so much time in our relationship due to the fact that you were an alcoholic.
Because of his illness.
Yeah, right. And he's doing so much better now. We have a great relationship now, but that got taken away from my most important years, which I probably, not to even blame anybody else, it's on me, but I probably wouldn't have went through those type of things with men if I had like my father present.
Yeah, you needed your father early on.
Right.
For a lot of the situations that went on, you know.
Because he's very active in it now. Like when it comes to my dating life, my dad is like, okay, so this is what you need to do now. You need to tell him that you guys need to do a redo.
Yeah.
Like he's very active now. And it's like, if I would have had that support back then, just in different situations, it would have been helpful.
I agree. I think that definitely now it's nice that you have a mended relationship with him now. But I feel that, and you've always told me that you wish you would have been close to him growing up, because you would have probably even been a different person.
Just being self-aware.
Yeah.
But how about you?
For me, I wish I could forget all the memories when I was younger, when my mom would be disappearing and I would be worried about where she was.
Right.
Like, my mom would disappear, guys. Like, when I would wake up in the morning, she was gone. Mm-hmm. When I would go to sleep at night, she would be gone. Mm-hmm. And, you know, she doesn't probably remember this or what, but obviously as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl, you're scared, you're freaking out, you know, you're realizing you're always at the house alone.
Right.
And so I wish I could just forget those moments, because that's probably why right now in my life
you struggle to make connections with people.
And I still feel that loneliness a little bit when I'm not actually
lonely. Right.
Yeah. So
I'm glad you shared that. I'm glad. So what's a time you felt completely misunderstood?
Damn, a time I felt misunderstood. I think when we decided to shift career paths, I think that at first our parents were a little bit confused about what our mission was in life and what they wanted us to
be doing.
Yeah.
That is a really good one.
Yeah.
Please talk about that, sis.
I think that our parents, you know, she was supposed to be a lawyer. I was supposed to be a nurse. But, guys, I mean, what do I look like being a nurse? I'm sorry. And, you know, so I think that wasn't my career path. I was just doing that because it was what I thought I needed to do, you know? But now we have a podcast and we want to be involved in social media. In the creative industry. But, yeah, you can piggyback off that.
Honestly, I think I still struggle with the fact, since I was raised the way I was in just such an academic household where nothing creative was supported. It was like, okay, go to school, graduate, go to college, become a lawyer. Like, that was my plan, really. And sometimes I still do think about, you know what, I know I would have been a great lawyer.
You would have been. Maybe.
Yeah, I still see that for myself one day. It's not like I just totally pivoted off of it. I just opened my eyes to so much more that I could be doing.
Yeah. And
that's
you know
really what it is.
We're young. Sky's the limit. We can do anything we want to do.
Yeah. Because it just matches my personality. Like, I do feel like that's a field that I could thrive in if I wanted to. It's just being able to shift my mindset to that, which I feel like I've grown out of it now, is what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But a time I felt misunderstood, I wanted to piggyback off what you said, but a time I felt misunderstood, I mean, I feel like I constantly feel misunderstood in general, just being who I am, very intuitive, very emotional, very sensitive.
Yeah.
I go through a lot of moods. I constantly feel misunderstood my whole life.
Even I feel like I don't intend to misunderstand you, or I don't intend to, like, you know, make you feel like you don't have a safe place to be able to express your emotions.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope that you always feel understood with me here. You know, I want to make sure that you feel that way. But I understand you feel like you're very intuitive and you have all these emotions. And I hope that I've been able to be somebody that you can be yourself around.
For the most part, For the most part, it's just I wouldn't even have the relationship I do have with you, like as sisters, if you didn't, you know,
understand.
Yeah.
So. I agree. Who do you feel misunderstood by the most?
That's a good question. I feel like me as a person, I feel misunderstood mostly by my family.
Yeah.
just because I come from a very religious household.
Yeah.
Well, not household, but family itself. Like
Yeah.
my mom and dad, they're not as religious as my mom's
Yeah.
family themselves. So I feel like they're constantly like, okay, like, what are you doing? My mom is
Yeah.
starting to catch on.
To what it is,
But
yeah.
even still, sometimes, like, she doesn't understand, like, me emotionally.
Yeah.
I feel like, actually, what's so funny, I asked him the other day, I texted him, I said, Daddy, who did I used to be with or like to be with the most when I was a baby? He was like, me. And I understand why now, because like he just understands me in a
Exactly.
different like
Look,
aspect
guys,
emotionally.
That's why Kay attracts so much Taurus. Her dad's a Taurus. Everybody this girl talks to
No, you need
is
to
a
stop.
Taurus.
You need
I
to
don't
stop.
know. Or an earth sign. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
it'll be an earth sign, yeah.
I'm a Virgo, I'm an earth sign. The guy she talks to is always earth
I'm
signs.
talking to like 2 Tauruses.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's going to end up with a Taurus or an earth sign. Either one.
Honestly, though, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind being with the only thing is I don't like Capricorns. I don't mind between a Taurus and a Virgo. Like those are the two where I'm like constantly battling with
Yeah.
because they definitely understand me very
Yeah.
well. We complement each other very well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I agree. I think for me, it's crazy because I know I'm supposed to be with a water sign, but I don't know. I don't meet a lot of water signs.
Because we
I
be
don't meet.
inside.
Yeah, water signs don't go
We're
outside.
homebodies.
If you're a water sign,
Like, girl, literally me as a Pisces, if we didn't do what we do now, I would be inside at home.
yeah, I know.
Even the Scorpios, you only see them pop out during their
I
birthday
don't see
season.
them. Guys, I'm talking to one Scorpio, and I can already tell, like, he's up my speed, but, like, we just have to see if it's going to develop.
Honestly, Scorpio season is coming up, sis. Well, we're in Virgo season right now.
Yeah. Oh, we are.
We're in Virgo season right now.
Oh, guys, my birthday's coming up.
Literally.
September 21st. Save the date.
Literally. So we're thinking about going to Atlanta. We're just all over the place.
I think we're going to do Atlanta. We haven't done a city trip. We've been doing island trips, I feel like.
we have.
So, just a cute little
City vibe.
girls trip. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I understand everything you're saying, and I feel like definitely I'm happy that, you know, we're doing what we're doing. You know,
I
we
agree.
probably will pick up a couple of
trades.
Yeah, to help us aid in what we're doing.
Right.
There's no harm in like continuing to get educated in what we're trying to do. You know?
I agree.
Or
anything you are interested in.
Yeah,
I always
like-
told you, like, if you're interested in skincare,
which I very much am.
right.
Like,
Just, you know.
Yeah. So I also love perfumes. Like, I don't know, we have a lot of interest.
Yeah.
I just feel like right now this has been like our focus, and I feel like it's, you know, best that way until we, you know.
I agree.
Yeah. What's the most significant thing you've learned about forgiveness?
Oh, you're gonna come change the hookahs. Yes. Well, let's continue while he's doing that.
Okay. Yeah. What's the most significant?
Wait, I'm actually interested though. I
You
want to
wanna watch
see. Yeah.
Oh, all he has to do is change it? Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, he's changing our charcoal. If you guys don't know what's going on. Okay,
Thank
perfect.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So what was the question?
What's the most significant thing you've learned about forgiveness?
Ooh. I think that's a good question. I think the most significant thing I've learned about forgiveness is that if the person doesn't come from malicious intent, then it's easier to forgive than anything. I think that, for example, let's go back to my dad. I was able to forgive him because of what was going on, because it was not in his control.
Yeah.
Because if it's not in your control, I think the best thing to do is realize that everyone's human.
Yeah.
So that's the most significant thing I learned, is that everyone's human. Everyone makes mistakes,
Yeah.
and being able to, you know, be open to
Yeah, and
forgiving that
receptive,
person.
yeah.
Right, right.
I can actually agree with that because still to this day, I still struggle to forgive my mom, but at the same time, she has no control over the way she reacts to things, the way
Right.
that she moves, the way that she conducts herself. When you have an illness, when you have something that you need to work on about yourself,
Right.
all I can do is be receptive and open to her growth.
Right.
All I can do is be there for her. I can't do anything else but, you know, just honor who she is. She is my mother. I can never disrespect her.
She birthed you. She is the reason why you're here today.
So every single day I check myself like, dang, this lady's really throwing me. I love her to pieces, and I just want her to get better so that I can have that relationship that you and your dad have been able to mend. You know?
Right, due to the fact of what they were going through.
Exactly.
I agree. So is there something you regret not saying to someone before it was too late?
I haven't had a connection good enough for that. So
it doesn't even have to be a connection. Like, let's get deeper, like your grandma. Is there something like you regret not saying to her before it was too late? Like, she's not here no longer with us today. It could be deeper.
My grandma died when I was 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. And if I'm being honest, I just wish I would have spent every second with her.
Right.
She understood me like no other, and she always tried to make me feel good, you know? So I just want to spend more time with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
For me, is there something?
Are you about to get emotional?
Nah. Oh. I was listening to you.
Oh, okay.
Is there something I regret not saying to someone before it was too late? No. No, actually, no. I was going to say something, but actually I just came to terms that, like, it just wasn't meant to be said, and that's what that is.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what that was.
No, food, say it.
No.
Say it.
No, I'm literally coming to terms that some things are just meant to be kept to yourself. I don't think that...
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but they don't know what I'm saying.
So you don't want to...
I don't want to shine light on it because it's really a chapter that ended in my life.
Okay. You don't want to keep adding fuel to it?
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Respect that. What's the most significant thing you've learned? Oh, wrong part. What's something you're still struggling to accept about yourself?
How emotional I am. Like how open to emotion. Like I'm very emotional, and then how forgiving I am as well.
Yeah. You're a cutie. You are very emotional, and you're also very forgiving.
Which is why I do have like a very mean
yeah. Everybody thinks she's so mean because of how she looks.
Yeah, because
y'all, this is the sweetest girl.
Nah, but I'm not gonna lie, I have to be like that because y'all not gonna play with me. Still, y'all still not gonna play with me.
I don't know how I come off. I just be smiling, so I think.
Yeah, you come off very nice. It's so funny. Everyone always comes to you with like the business opportunities.
I think I am nice though. Do you think I'm nice?
You're nice for the most part, but it be fake sometimes.
What the hell,
Shelby? It be fake, dog.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
How I be fake?
Shelby fake. Period.
Tell them, how am I fake? Go.
I've explained this on previous episodes, actually. I don't need to get into it more. I really don't. So we're just going to go to the next question. Oh, so what's a piece... What?
What about me?
Oh, go ahead. What was the question?
Something I'm still struggling with to accept about myself.
Go ahead.
Well, apparently I'm struggling to accept that I'm fake.
Here she goes.
No, I'm kidding. Something I'm still struggling about Okay.
How much time have we been going for?
Have I come to you and said that I'm struggling about something?
You're still struggling. I don't want us to keep being repetitive, but you are still struggling to be like very open with your emotions.
No, Poot. I've actually like been open with my emotions. Like,
you've been getting there.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, okay. I'm referring to also with men.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, I've been getting better, but I probably do struggle to open up to people. I don't know what it is. But
you're scared.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Literally, you're scared to get hurt.
Yeah.
Because when Virgos love, they love hard.
Yeah. And once you get me there, I'm there.
Exactly. Like literally there.
Yeah. So, and I think that that's the reason why I don't let myself get there, because I know when I get there,
yeah, it's over with.
It's over with.
Literally.
So, whatever. Go ahead.
Go.
Oh,
I think it's you.
What's a promise you made to yourself that you've struggled to keep?
I feel like, well, I talked about this earlier, actually. I think I struggled to keep the fact that the promise that I made to myself. I used to have a promise ring to myself that was like, I'm never going to let a man treat me below my worth.
Yeah.
And I threw away the promise ring because I was so mad that I let that shit happen.
Oh,
but I'm actually going to get another promise ring.
Yeah, you should.
Because I think I've been doing better. After that situation with the girlfriend, with the guy with the girlfriend, after that, like, I'm not even playing no more.
Do
like,
you feel like that was a setback?
No, I don't think it was a setback. It was more of a, okay, God sent this just to show you, like, okay, baby, you're slipping.
Exactly.
Like,
he tried to low-key send a test.
Yeah.
But
it was a test.
Yeah, it was a test. Because you were doing really well.
I was doing really well.
Yeah.
So it was really like a, okay, baby, you're slipping. Get back on your, get back on your shit.
Show you how guys really are sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Because now I got this guy.
Exactly.
Trying to, trying to get life together.
Yeah.
Literally.
I love that for you, though.
Yeah.
I think that positive people are coming into our life. And that's what we need. You know, we're good girls. We're good people. You know, good intentions. You know, I just feel like
we just want someone with also genuine intentions.
Yeah.
In this world, it's hard to find.
Exactly. And I feel like, you know, you can read auras very well.
Yeah, I
give
can.
off a beautiful aura. We're good people. So I just think we got to find people that match that vibe, you know?
Yeah. So have you ever lost faith in someone or something? And, like, what happened? It's a good question for you. It's challenging you. Because this would have been easy for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like this hookah.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, I really like it.
I don't know. Go ahead.
No, challenge yourself.
Okay.
Think. While you do that, Avery, what's our time?
What have I lost faith in?
Okay.
I think I lost faith in myself at one point.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. I think I gave up on myself a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in such a good place right now. I feel so confident in myself and who I am and what I have to offer as a person.
Right.
But there was a point where I was giving up on myself and what I could really be.
Right.
You know?
You know what? I really like that one. In different ways, I can relate to that as well. I agree. That's a really good one. I like that one.
You challenged me, sis. You did it.
Whatever.
You know, she says I don't talk a lot, guys. And I do.
No, you talk a lot about nothing at all.
She talks a lot. I talk hella. And
she talks hella small talk. And I be craving deep conversation.
I do have deep conversations, guys. I promise I do.
Listen.
I be coming home like, girl, like, what hairstyle should I get?
And I'd be like, bro, can you ask me how my day was first? You coming in my face talking about what hairstyle should I get? Sis, hey, how was your day? How's everything going?
Guys, I will say this friendship is so deep because it challenged me to dive in deeper about myself and about, like, what each other, like, is on.
Nah, not even that, though. Because I'm getting you prepared for your man, boo. Because your man gonna be like, babe, like...
has always been deep, guys. I promise. I just feel like there comes a point where it's like, I just want to come home, have a glass of wine, and not talk about nothing.
Nah, but don't act like I won't do the same.
No, you will. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, because I don't want to talk to you every day, boo.
You know what? I'm tired of you.
Nobody wants to talk to you every day.
You do.
The hell? I could say something I lost faith in or someone...
The music is a vibe.
Yeah, it is. Someone or something I lost faith in. I don't think I've ever, besides what you just said, I don't think I've lost faith in someone or something. For the most part, I try to.
One?
Yeah, we have the same one. For the most part, I try to very much keep myself in a positive headspace with everything. And yeah, we'll come back to that if I think of something. Because I'm gonna be real, that was a really good one. Because I definitely lost faith in myself.
Pooh, you was about to I was gonna skip the question, and you said no, answer it. So I want to challenge you.
I wanted you to answer it.
I want you to answer it.
Okay. Oh, this hookah got me there. Yeah, it got me there. Did I lose faith in someone or something? I mean, I lost faith in the person that I thought I was going to end up with. Yeah, that's done.
It's so hard to hug you from this position.
Yeah, don't hug me.
Okay. Trigger?
Yeah, it was a trigger. Trigger. So, guys, so we have this new thing.
Go ahead.
We have this new thing that literally in our friendship, when we're about to get triggered or we're triggered by something, I'm just going to yell out trigger, and she just going to know, like, that shit just pissed me off.
So, guys, I'm a rambler. So when I start rambling, trigger, she'll go. She'll literally, like,
you haven't said the word trigger yet.
I haven't. Because you don't, like, I'm not, okay.
Nah.
I'm not easily bothered, guys.
Yes, she is.
Sorry. No,
yes, she is. Shelby, you're easily...
tell them the truth.
You're easily bothered about the things that I would never be bothered by. That's the thing.
Guys,
that's why I can't ever tell when you're bothered by something sometimes, because I'd be like, damn, like, that shit would never bother me. How did that bother you?
No, guys.
That's what that
she's bothered by, I'm like, this is blowing my mind right now. She be bothered about shit I don't expect her to be bothered about.
What do I be bothered by that you don't expect me to be bothered by?
So I'll come home and we have a quick chit chat about our day. We do.
She swears we have a chit chat about our day, Avery.
Chit chat about our day.
I just feel like it's common courtesy. It's courtesy for you to come home and be like, "How was your day to your sister?"
Of course.
No, the first thing she did as soon as she got home yesterday. So look, this is what we're gonna do for the podcast. I'm like, so how was your day, boo? The fuck?
Guys, as soon as I got home, I came home, gave her a hug and a kiss, and I said...
No, I was sleeping.
No, I said, babe,
I was sleeping.
I said, babe, I missed you. And she was like, yeah, I missed you too. And then I said, okay, the podcast is tomorrow. It wasn't exactly that doesn't... But she's acting like I just came home and just straight in her face said, we're doing this for the podcast. No.
First of all, you didn't even tell the story right. I was sleeping. I got up Listen though. I was sleeping when you did that. I got up, went to go use the bathroom. Soon as I get up from the bathroom. So look, the podcast did it. I'm like, damn, sis.
No,
what's up?
She was sleeping. I came home straight into her room and gave
So we're
her
not
a
gonna
hug
get into this right now, because you're gonna piss me off all over again. Literally.
Whatever. We're gonna agree to disagree.
The fuck.
Okay. What's a time you felt completely overwhelmed by life?
A time I felt completely overwhelmed by life is currently. No, literally. I currently feel completely...
Cheers to that.
Nah, seriously. I currently feel completely overwhelmed with life, because I feel like in your 20s, you're constantly trying to reevaluate, get yourself together, make sure you're on the right path.
100%.
You know, make sure you're not going to miss your mark. Just little things like
Lauren.
that. Yeah, period. You know, just little things like that.
But I agree. I think that I'm overwhelmed currently. We both can relate that we're both overwhelmed, just because life is moving super fast. And as soon as a person's turning a new age, you start kind of freaking out about, like, what's next for my life? What do I need to do? Am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be doing that? Well,
at least you can say we got new cars, y'all. We got twin Genesis now.
Twin Genesis, guys. They're so cute.
And it's literally right before your birthday. So I'm glad we were able to make that change, because we're always craving a change, a significant change before our birthdays.
Exactly. And guys, you know who sold us those cars?
My dad.
Give him a shout out, babe.
Yes, y'all, if y'all ever want a Genesis, a car in general, because he know everybody in Miami, just hit him up, literally.
Exactly. But y'all, that's a step up from the Civic that I had.
Yeah, she had a Honda Civic. I had a Honda Accord.
Guys, I keep leaving that car on. Every single time I get out my car, I close the door, it starts doing sirens because I'm not used to push start. Usually I have a key.
That's actually hilarious. But so what's the time you felt like you were giving up, and like what kept you going?
So I'll be honest, Tallahassee was a super depressing time for me. What?
Nah, I just had to take a deep breath. I'm sorry.
It was super depressing. I felt like I was going to give up there. It wasn't giving KMS, but it was definitely giving, like, it was tough there. It just wasn't my lifestyle at all.
Yeah.
You know? But, go ahead.
I can agree with that. It wasn't the lifestyle we wanted for ourselves, or I just felt like it was a chapter we needed, though, because it was our first time living outside of our parents' household. Yeah. And I was literally taking that all in.
Yeah, I loved it.
I grew up in a strict household. So as soon as I went to college, I was literally like, okay, I'm free to figure out who I am now, and which really came to the fact of us starting the podcast, because really, whole time I wasn't supposed to be a lawyer. So
she really did find herself. I feel like you really found yourself.
I did.
Like, out of your parents' household.
I did.
Because you did have strict parents. My parents weren't that strict, so I always felt like I knew who I was and what I needed to do. Like, you know, and I feel like that's why our friendship was so close, because me and you come from opposite backgrounds.
Right.
And I feel like that's why we get along so well in a sense.
I agree.
You know?
I feel like a time where I felt like giving up was when we first transitioned back to Miami. Oh my God, it was the toughest thing. And being from, like, in the city that you're from and feeling so lost, it can never compare. Because it's just like, how are you from a city and you don't know what you want to do? You don't know what's going on. And it's like, we had to get back on track because Miami changed so much while we were gone.
You know what? It's because initially we felt like we had everything figured out.
Right.
We felt like we knew exactly what we wanted to do. Come back here and it's like, we had to realign.
I think that's when I felt like giving up because it was so challenging trying to realign with everything.
It was.
I was talking to this guy that was literally trying to get me back into the podcast. Like, he was literally like, nah, y'all got to start up the podcast. As soon as y'all start that up, you're going to know what you need to do.
Exactly.
And he was correct.
I'm going to be honest. We didn't even realize we were going to take it that serious.
We didn't.
Until we started seeing such a positive, you know,
impact with the podcast.
And we're like, okay, maybe we should keep this going. Like, maybe we should see what could come out of this.
Right.
But, you know, I just feel like it's nice to just be able to come on a platform and be yourself, you know?
I agree.
What's the most challenging part of growing up for you?
The most challenging part for growing up for me, I think it would have to be I'm gonna be real. I like to keep the same people around me. So coming in contact with so many different people and having to push yourself to make a connection with a man or just friends in general. Y'all, I'm going to be real. I like to keep the same people around me. I don't like to make new friends.
At all.
I'm not that person. So every time I have to, like, get to know a new man, I be irritated. Every time I got to get to know new friends, a new team, all that, I get mad.
That's kind of why I feel like you were in the decline you were in when you were, you know, giving certain men chances over and over. But it was because when you feel like someone knows you, you like to be around that person. Yeah,
because you already know how to act with me and how I am as a person.
Exactly.
But it wasn't challenging me, so.
Of course. So we had to slide on over.
How about you?
For me, I think the most challenging part is the fact that every single year you get older. Mm-hmm. And you realize how much time you do have and how much time you don't have. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, you realize that
life is short, but at the same time, it's a long race.
Yes. And it's like, dang, okay, let me realign continuously. Because growing up, it's not all nice and dandy anymore. It's tough. This is the real world. Things are expensive. Life is tough.
Yep. You got to figure it out.
Exactly.
By yourself.
Exactly.
Without your parents.
Connections with a guy is difficult.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you're getting love bombed and you don't even know if they're feeling the same way. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of like,
I agree.
It's tough, you know?
So what's something you wish you had more courage to do?
I was going to say something funny, but...
What you was about to say?
I wish I had the courage to... I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like sometimes we'd be like, oh, should we just go make fast money and be a stripper?
Nah, facts.
No, but
I would come in. No. Listen, I would come in Shelby room occasionally and be like, y'all, like,
y'all, you guys.
I would literally be like, Shelby, should I just say fuck this shit and become a stripper? I'll make us hella bread.
Girl, hella money. And guys, she has done a stripper audition for me at the house. And she would be lit.
I would be lit, right? But then I'd be like, nah, I would never do that shit.
Yeah, we would never do it.
Because if my dad or my uncles if they ever saw me or heard that I was in a strip club stripping, girl, they gonna tear my ass up on that stage.
Exactly.
Literally.
And I have the titties, guys, so I mean, I would just go ahead
my milkshake brings out a poisoning.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's just not our character. It's just for jokes.
Yeah,
but
I agree. Child.
Okay. What's a memory that makes you feel both happy and sad?
A memory? I'd say like high school. I feel like high school was like that moment where I was like, damn, I wish I was like more present and more active with the people around me and things like that. More, involved in the school.
Yeah. We did not give school
we
spirit
did not
at
care.
all. We were just high school girls.
Yeah, we did not care. Yeah. And it makes me sad that we can't ever go back, obviously. Yeah. But it's also making me happy the fact that we experienced the way we did and we just moved on.
You know what it is, though, guys? Like, we were not the girls we are now in high school.
Right.
I feel like, yes, I miss high school sometimes, but we're so much bigger outside of high
Now
school.
we are.
But it took us.
We didn't know ourselves.
We didn't
yet.
know ourselves.
Yep.
It took us all this time to realize, wait, we were those girls the whole time.
Not the whole time, because the girls that were those girls in high school are
not
nowhere
those
to
girls.
be found.
Exactly.
Nowhere to be found now. But
you know,
I think we're gonna wrap this episode up.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're actually gonna film a second one for you guys, like literally right now.
Yeah, literally right now.
Like literally. So
Bye, guys.